Maldito, un payaso, un cretino, inepto, incompetente en el amor, idiota, tan cobarde y tan tonto. Contigo mi paciencia se acabó. A partir de hoy, tú te vas de aquí por ser asqueroso, un embustero, te vas de mí. Te arrepentirás, lo vas a pagar, porque tus mentiras aquí llegaron a su final. Caprichosa soy, no soy una tonta, toda una dama caprichosa soy. Caprichosa soy, no soy una tonta, toda una dama caprichosa soy. Maldito, maldito, un payaso, un cretino, inepto, inepto, incompetente del amor, idiota, idiota, tan cobarde y tan tonto. Contigo mi paciencia sí acabó. A partir de hoy, todo se acabó, todo se acabó. A partir de hoy, te arrepentirás, lo vas a pagar, lo vas a pagar. Te arrepentirás. Caprichosa soy, no soy una tonta, toda una dama caprichosa soy. Caprichosa soy, no soy una tonta, toda una dama caprichosa soy. Caprichosa soy.
Eres caprichosa, pero sí te quiero. Eres bien canija, me tachas del mujeriego, pero ya ni pedo, quedé como un payaso. Aunque tú me insultes, me encanta tu cuerpazo. Nena, nena, vente para acá. Esta noche le vamos a dar. Nena, nena, vente para acá. Eres caprichosa y así me encantas más.
Caprichosa soy, no soy una tonta, toda
Lex.
una dama caprichosa
Doble
soy.
X, papi.
Caprichosa soy,
Wiwis,
caprichosa
papi.
soy,
Yo.
no soy una tonta,
Seguimos.
toda una dama
Bien del
caprichosa
género.
soy. Caprichosa
Nena,
soy.
nena, vente para acá. Esta noche le vamos a dar. Nena, nena, vente para acá. Eres caprichosa y así me encantas más. Nena, nena, vente para acá. Esta noche le vamos a dar. Nena, nena, vente para acá. Eres caprichosa y así me encantas más.
Bam.
All right.
Bam. That's what I'm talking about.
Yeah, Nemo, I changed it up for you this week. Oh, hi, I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
And I'm Nemo with Tejano USA.
And you're listening and watching Tejano Talk. Hey, I changed it up for you because I know you
Thank
go
you.
cold turkey most of the time. So I decided to give you a taste of our guest. Right
What does
here.
that mean? I go cold turkey. What does that mean?
You don't do research. Like, look, I got stuff. See?
Oh, okay.
You know,
No,
I
I'm
do
that.
research.
I'm the new fan. Like
You're the
you know,
new fan.
yeah,
Okay.
I'm the fan that doesn't know Hilda. You know
All
what I
right.
mean? I want to know what she's all about.
I feel like I've met her several times, but I feel like we're like this because I watch her every Monday on Cubo Podcast with our friend DJ Indio Lawrence. She's the co-host. Okay, you know what? Let's bring her. Oops, I forgot. Oh wait, we gotta take care of some business, right? Don't we?
Oh, here we go.
Yeah, here we go. Wait, I gotta get ready. Okay. All right. We don't get paid for this. The way you pay us
Sorry,
is
Hilda.
just subscribe, okay? And click that
He
button.
has to do this. I don't know why.
Hey, because they don't do it. I got to keep telling them to do it. They don't do
I know.
it. Leave a comment. Tell
you're
all your
killing me.
friends. Click it. You know what? Nemo, you don't even have YouTube on your phone.
Here we
And
go.
you're not even
Yeah.
subscribed. All
Who's?
right. How do you? Yeah, you need to do it so you can set an
I'm
example
more
for
interested to
everybody
find
else.
out who Hilda is,
Okay,
especially
but
after
wait.
that song.
All right, wait,
So
but
is she caprichosa or
wait,
cabrona or
wait.
what is
If you got
exactly?
to contact somebody, don't contact this fool over here, okay?
Mhm.
He won't answer emails. I will. So contact me at itsthetime@gmail.com. And let us bring Hilda, okay? You ready? All right.
There she is. Look out! Look out!
Hi, y'all.
Hey,
Question is,
Hilda.
am I ready? Like, I don't know. I'm a little intimidated now.
Yeah. I
Hey,
like that Texas y'all. Hi
y'all.
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 I thought you were from 956. What's with the y'all?
Actually, I'm from the 361. So
Oh,
I
okay.
live in the 956, but originally I'm the 361. So I'm originally from Aransas Pass, Texas, which is right
My
outside of
corpus.
Corpus Christi.
Mhm.
Okay.
So, but I've been told that I sound like I'm from like California or something. So
Oh,
Yeah,
do
you
you
have
know?
that white telemarketer's voice.
Do you know our
is
friend
that a
Christy?
good thing?
Do you know
Well,
our?
if it helps you sell, absolutely. Right?
Do you know
So
our?
what?
Okay, wait, go ahead. Get whatever you need to get out. Go ahead.
Do you know our friend Chrissy E from Corpus?
I've met Chrissy E
Uh,
like once, I think.
I've never met her. She was on the show once, right? We did have her on the show.
What do you think about her? The truth.
I think she's
Me?
nice.
She
She's
nice.
like,
I don't know. I think
I,
everybody I meet is nice.
I
So
oh,
like I like the Hawaiian vibe that she has, like that in her music.
yeah, that's cool. That's super cool. I love originality in music. So yeah,
Yes.
she gets a full 10 points from me.
I believe in Tejano has to grow, and it grows in different ways. And if it grows towards Hawaii, I'm okay with it. All right, we got raza everywhere. That's what Lil
yeah,
Joe
we do.
told me back in the '90s.
Yeah. I mean, to me, like Tejano is just a mix of everything. So
Yes,
take a little bit of everything that you are, and to me, that's Tejano.
yeah,
That's what makes us who we are. You know.
right. I say we have Tejano has lots of flavors. And speaking of flavors, you have lots of flavors. You have soul, blue, country, and Tejano.
Wow.
Yes.
Yeah.
Tell us
I
more.
mean, okay. So starting out as a little girl, I grew up on Motown and gospel music. That's where I started. No Spanish. It was all 100% English, but my parents were very strict. They didn't want us listening to top 40 music. They really tries to instill, that a lot of morals, a lot of values. We grew up in the church. That's where I started singing, was in the church. And as I got older, I blame my sister's ex-boyfriend because he's the one who introduced her to country music. And then I then fell in love with country, and then I found a CD hidden somewhere of Gloria Estefan's greatest hits, and then in comes like all this, interest in Latin music.
So your parents didn't like Gloria Estefan?
It's not that they didn't. It's just they were very strict with us. So my dad loves 50s, 60s music. And I think that's where I get my love for it too, because I remember him watching like the old American Bandstand reruns, and I still remember him watching like the Motown specials, and just watching that. The way their room was, there was like a little hallway that led into their room. So when he would put it on, I would hide in that hallway, and I would watch TV late at night, all these reruns, and so I absolutely fell in love with the music.
Oh wow. What else did you
Yeah.
do? Sneaky like that.
I was all about the music. So
Yeah, you did
growing
other
up,
stuff. That's just the start. Tell us the good stuff. What
well,
else
no,
did you do? Did
like
you
so
ever sneak
growing
out?
up, I would record. I would get like the little cassette tapes, and I would record all the countdowns because I knew that if I recorded the countdown, I would get the actual song, like the whole song, instead of waiting for it to come on the radio. I was one of the smart kids, right? So then at night, I would go rewind my tape, and I would write down all the lyrics to all these songs, and that's how I would learn songs. So
Oh cool.
then I would just memorize the lyrics, right? So that was kind of no internet back then,
Yeah, I know.
couldn't just go into Google and look at the lyrics. But that's what I would do. I was addicted to that. And then just to learn the song and learn the inflections, I would mouth along because obviously I can't be singing at 1 o'clock in the morning. I'm supposed to be asleep. So I would have my little headphones on and I would mouth the words of the song, and that's how I would help memorize. And I still do that to this day. So when I'm on vocal rest or whatever, I'm mouthing the words of the songs to kind of know, okay, this is where the word is going. This is the inflection that I need to do, and it's kind of like mental preparation. But yeah, I was one of those weird kids. I really was.
So is Nemo.
Yeah, I think I think kids that listen to music are not weird. I think they're just kids.
Yeah.
I just took it to a whole nother level. I mean, I would look at the CDs and the records that my dad would have because he would always go to the flea markets and bring all this stuff home. And I was the girl looking at the back of the CD cover. Okay, what record label is this? Let me write down the address. And I was glued to VH1 behind the music, and I would like send demos out and stuff like, "Hey, look at
Oh,
me," kind of thing. They were horrible, by the way, but still, I did that stuff.
there's nothing wrong
I
with
thought that
that.
was the coolest
That's
thing ever.
badass.
My head was
So,
always in the clouds.
what was the first song that you remember memorizing?
Oh, that would be Christmas is a Time. It was actually the very first song I ever sang by myself in church. It was originally for a Christmas pageant. And I distinctly remember this. My mom and the pastor at the time kind of told a little white lie, probably because my mom didn't think I would do it again. But the pageant was on Saturday, and that following day, Sunday at church, my mom told me that morning, "Hey, so they have the microphone off and they couldn't hear you last night, so the pastor wants you to do it again this morning. Would you sing again this morning?" And I was like all of 4 or 5, and that's one of my earliest memories.
That's cool.
Yeah, and so I did it, and then I just, there was this little bug that just kind of bit me, and I was yearning for it. Like every little turn, it was like, when can I sing again? Where's the music? I would just always gravitate to music. I wish my piano teacher like knew how much I appreciated her
Yeah.
because I started piano lessons at about 4 or 5. In fact, all of my siblings, we all went through piano lessons. And I was too busy with my head in the clouds that I just wanted to sing. I didn't care about piano. I really didn't. So I would never study. I would never practice piano. And I would have to do lessons with my older sister. And she's like super awesome. She's a beast on the piano. And I would remember, man, if only this was like voice lessons or choir, then I would be more into it. But yeah, like I said, I was a weird kid.
Did you take voice lessons?
I did, but it wasn't until I went off to college. And the only reason why I took it is because now I'm very thankful for it, by the way. But initially, I was a pre-med major. My mom wanted me to have nothing to do with music.
Me too.
Really? Yeah. And so she told me, you were going to be a doctor. Like, I remember having this conversation with her. It was the end of my senior year. We were driving back from San Antonio after dropping my older sister off at UTSA. And I told her, Mom, I was like, Mom, I don't want to be a doctor. I don't want to go to school. I just want to sing. And she said, no, you're going to be a doctor.
Wow.
And so I started out pre-med, and then I showed her because I failed out, like, I don't know, after my first year of college.
Oh my
And
goodness.
so before I failed out, I was trying to bring up my GPA. And I remember I took a voice class. I was like, oh, this is going to be easy. I'm just going to go. It'll pull up my GPA. Everybody will be happy with me again. And it did, but it was not easy. I learned so much in that class. So much so that I was like, well, let me go take a beginner piano course to pull up my GPA, but I could be around music again. And I did, and I got found out like 2 weeks into the class that I was not a beginner piano player.
Oh.
Yeah. And so I still remember the instructor, she pulled me aside one day at class, and she handed me
She's a
this
natural.
little, like 5-sheet piece of music. And she's like, okay, so you don't have to come to class anymore, but this is going to be your final. So you are to learn this. You are to come in on this day. You're going to play this piece, and it's going to be a pass or fail. And I was like, that's so not fair, right? But
That is cool.
I wasn't a beginner.
Yeah.
So I passed, and the next semester I was like, well, I'll do beginner piano too, right? This teacher's cool. And the only way she would let me in the class is if I changed my major to music. And so I did.
So how was mom and dad with that?
Yeah. How did mom and dad go?
At this point, I was kind of like the rebel child, and I was like on the outs.
Oh, they cut you off.
Yeah, I think my mom was just happy I was still in school. My dad was like, okay, you're not playing by our rules because, and I'll tell you that story. I went out with some friends one night, and I was very defiant. I think I still am a little bit. Yeah, yeah. And my parents were very strict. They're like, you don't go to the bars. You have to be home, at a reasonable hour. If we call your apartment and you're not there, because I didn't have a cell phone, I was in trouble. And so I remember one night I just was a rebel, and I said, you know what, I'm going to go to the karaoke bar with my friends. And that's what I did because I just wanted to sing. And so that night, I still remember that's when my dad was like, "Nope, you're disowned, whatever." But it's crazy because then that night, I met the guy who would introduce me to Rick and get me
Your
in the
husband.
door. Yeah, like it was all in God's perfect plan. I say that all the time because if you were to see how well all these pieces just kind of fit, because had I stayed home that night,
Right?
I would not be doing what I'm doing.
Right.
God knows what I'd be doing. But
Yeah.
yeah, it had to happen that way.
Nemo doesn't know about Rick.
Oh, you don't know about Rick?
I don't know what that means. Is that good or bad? Why should I
Rick.
know about Rick if I don't know about Hilda?
Okay.
Okay, so
Okay, go ahead. Tell him about Rick. I could tell him, but it's
so
hard
Rick
to-
is my husband, and I think he's pretty cool because he's married to me, right? But he puts up with me. But no, Rick is amazing in his own right. He is this super talented Uber producer. Like, I mean, wow. His resume is amazing, and not just because I'm part of his resume, but you know, there's Lisa Lopez, Si Quieres Verme Llorar, that whole thing. That's all his baby. Tony De La Rosa, I mean,
Wow.
Bonnie Mauricio, like you start naming all these people he's worked with, the best of the best, like the grandfathers of Tejano music, like they're the ones who came up with all of this stuff, and he's just amazing. I'm kind of biased, but he really is amazing.
Rick Lamas?
No, Garcia.
Garcia.
Oh.
Well,
Why didn't you take
well,
Garcia? Wait.
Okay.
He's an artist.
Wait.
He's an artist.
Well, no.
Well, why didn't she take Garcia?
So I do on my like personal stuff, like in my everyday.
Oh, okay. This is your stage name.
But my stage name is Hilda Lamas, and I decided to keep it because when I started in music, I wasn't married yet. I didn't even have like a boyfriend or nothing. I was single. I was doing my thing. But so once I started, it was just why change it,
Right?
And Rick and I had that talk, and he's like, it's commercial, and nobody else has that name, and I mean, he was right. Like, there's really hardly any Lamases in the industry.
A lot of Garcias.
Lorenzo Lamas, you know, all that stuff, which they're related distant down the road, right? But
Nice.
it was so it was just kind of like, okay, let's just do it. He thought it was commercial, but I was like, all right, let's go. So I didn't get married, gosh, because when I met Rick, he was with his first wife. So we were literally, it was just artist and producer. I was just a hungry artist wanting to get in there, learn the business and everything else. And I'm telling you, if you were to see our story, just kind of the way it lines up and how everything just kind of fit in its own time, you'd be like, what? Like my story should really be like a movie, seriously.
So how long have you been married to Rick?
So we got married in 2010. So gosh, that's a long time. But yeah, I'm the best thing that ever happened to him. So.
All right. Oh, by the way, Nemo, Rick used to work with Hacienda Records.
Okay.
So,
Yeah.
well,
So he might be more familiar with Hacienda Records.
yeah.
Right?
So he actually started with Freddie Records back when he was like 15, 16, something like that. And then he and his older brother Roland started and founded Hacienda Records.
Okay, sweet. That was
and now
back in
he
the
has
day.
a different label,
They were
right?
powerhouses back in the day.
Yes. And so his brother passed, and then the studio shut down, record company shut down. Then he and I moved to the Valley, and we started CHR Records. So that's what we have now. We have CHR Records.
Yeah. Oh, by the way, wait.
Rick, what's the CHR?
Nemo, you're not in the loop, but you might have read this. Luis says, "Hi Hilda, how was your birthday?"
Oh, happy birthday!
Hilda's birthday was yesterday.
Yesterday.
Sweet.
Yes, I had so much fun. So I started celebrating on Friday. I kind of treated myself to
I get a
Wingstop.
birthday week in my house.
Where did you go Friday?
So no, I just ordered in Wingstop. I was like, I love Wingstop. If anybody knows anything about that, yeah, but not the ones with the bones. I don't do that. I'm not a real wing person. I do the chicken nuggets. It's okay, no shame. I have no shame in my game. But they're good. They're so good. And then Saturday I went out with some girlfriends, and we did that whole thing. We can't talk about those details.
Did you pin a $20 bill on you and get money?
I didn't. I think I'm going to save that for this weekend.
Okay.
Like, see, because I don't get a birthday. I get like a whole month.
No, that's absolutely.
Yeah.
What does Rick
should
get?
be.
What does Rick get?
Well, Rick gets just the
Rick
day.
gets to celebrate her birthday with her.
He's not really like a celebratory guy. So I'm going to tell you what Rick gets me for my birthday and for Christmas every single year.
Do you spoil Rick? on his
I
birthday?
spoil him, but he doesn't really spoil me. Like well, no, I take that back. He spoils me in different ways. So, like for my gift for my birthday, which he has yet to give me yet, but usually he just gives me money and he tells me, "Here, go buy yourself something nice, get yourself a card, put how much I love you, and we're done." And that's Christmas, that's Valentine's, that's like everything. But Rick does spoil me because I don't clean. Like I make a lot of mess. I am so messy. I will just throw stuff everywhere. But Rick is so good and he's so patient and he just cleans
So,
up after me like
oh,
nothing.
does he? Okay, all right,
He
good for him.
does. Well, I mean, okay,
He
so
must be in love. 'Cause
He's your
I
he's your
know he
yang.
is,
He's your
but
yang.
I'm gonna go ahead and kind of just warn all the guys out there. If a woman spends all day cleaning your house and you come home and instead of saying, "Oh, thank you, that was so thoughtful," but instead you're greeted with, "Well, thank you, but you missed a spot or you didn't do
Oh,
this right."
ouch.
is
Be
that
careful.
what you do?
That's
That's
horrible.
exactly what he did to me, like early on. And so I just looked at him because I was so disgusted with his little, display of appreciation that I just said, "Okay, new rule. From now on, I will not make the mess and you will clean it." And it's worked. It's worked
We would be
beautifully.
married if that
Yeah,
was you and me.
that's
We would have been divorced a long time ago.
Hey, that's what I say. I'm like his best gift. I mean, he puts up with me, so
All right, he must be in love.
no. But we're good to each other. Like we have our strengths and our weaknesses. He is more of a neat freak. I am not. I am just leave my piles where they are because I know exactly what's in that pile. So don't touch. But he's not like that. He likes everything in its place. You don't leave stuff on the floor. Your shoes go in the racks in the bedroom. I believe they go right there on the by the door as you in the house.
Yeah.
So
You just kick them off where they land, whatever.
but at least they're together. Like I don't just like kick them off like in opposite ends of the room. They're just like right there. And then I get mad when they're not there because he puts them where they're supposed to be, right?
I know one gift he's giving you:
Oh, what is that?
a new song, or release of a new song.
Yes. So
September
I think-
20th.
I think that's where I'm very spoiled because I literally have every vocalist's dream. I have a studio in my house with a producer.
Oh yeah,
An
So
awesome
I mean,
engineer.
regular Stephanie Sullivan.
exactly, right? And so I'm just like, honey, I feel like doing this kind of a song. And sometimes he gives me like this look like, okay, of course you would. Like
Yes, dear.
pretty much, yes. But in that respect, I'm very spoiled because he does give me a lot of artistic freedom, creative freedom. And when I have my crazy ideas, like, hey, let's do a country song, he's like, okay, all right, which one are we doing? Like,
Hazy
so-
with a Chance of Rain is going to drop September 20th, right?
Yes, that drops September 20th. And the cool part about this song, I first heard this song back in 20.
Is it a country song?
Yes.
It is a country song.
Does it go like this? Ain't Texas. Did it say?
Yeah, no,
Oh,
no.
sorry. Try to do the
Yeah.
Beyonce.
Right.
Beyonce
Yeah,
song.
he's
That,
trying
that
to
was
make,
that other girl from Texas, right?
he's
But
trying to make you sing a little bit of it.
What? No.
What?
I'm- okay, so I'm probably gonna get so much
What?
haterade for this, but I am not a Beyonce fan.
Well, I
Like,
don't. I mean, it's
She's
not important
cool.
to me.
She's like she does her own thing. Like I'm happy for her that
I
she's
c-
got all the
yeah,
success.
that's not.
But
That's not
Well,
important.
it was
just
nice
not-
having you. We'll say that our next guest next week is. No, just-
it's just
what-
not my
what-
cup of tea.
What's
you know?
important is, are you gonna sing?
Yeah, actually, I'll be singing. When is my next gig?
Okay, cool. No, you don't have to. Nobody else does. But
Nobody
What?
else does.
What-
Y'all don't want to hear me sing right now. If you can't tell, I'm very hoarse. So I went to a football game Friday night. And I kind of yelled a little bit too much.
It sounded a little different on this side. What you just said. I'm a little hoarse.
What?
whoa, what? What?
I'm
Where's
sorry.
your mind
I
at?
was
Better
going-
than saying that you were on top of Nemo. So I mean,
I know. I know.
Well, wait, what?
This is before the show started.
Okay, there's some
wait,
people
was
in
I
here.
not supposed to say that?
I was saying that in
I think
reference to
Nemo
the
was
show.
like
I
bright
like the
red. He's
artist
like
being
almost
big,
matching the
and then I'm
flag.
on top of Nemo on the screen. Forget it.
You
Let's
did not
go.
say
Let's go,
on the
What does
let's
that
screen.
go,
You
mean?
let's
said you were on top of Nemo, and I was
All
just
right.
like, okay, well, you know.
Oh,
So
oh, you
let's talk-
pictured that like in your head? That's gross.
All right, you know what?
Well, I mean, it depends on what you're into. Like, I mean, if you're into that kind of thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Let's transition this. Hey, you are co-host for QO podcast with our
Wait,
good
does that
friend
mean she's not
Mark.
going to sing? Well,
She
are we
just
through with
said
that?
she was.
Are we through
Okay.
with that?
Okay,
Yeah,
you're
we
good.
switched topics already. Yeah.
Okay.
Wow.
Hey,
Okay.
we can
Thank
go
you, Mr.
back.
Officer.
We
What?
go. We can
Are
rewind.
we done with Caprichosa too?
We just play the song.
Yeah,
But
we.
You
that was
heard
it.
it.
Was that like? I mean, what was the
Oh,
story
Oh,
okay.
he's
behind
got
that?
Yeah.
questions.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh,
Okay, that's
Like,
okay.
perfect.
like
Actually, that's a pretty interesting
That
story.
dropped a year ago, right?
I've
Is that
seen
Yes,
that
it
video
dropped
before, by
last
the way.
year.
okay? It was last year.
Oh, you did?
Hmm.
But I guess he didn't like it because, I mean,
I
his
didn't
brother
put two and two
shared it.
together. I didn't know
Or,
that was you. I'm sure it's all a while back.
yeah.
I
Oh,
didn't. I
okay.
didn't just
All right.
recently saw it. I'm like, anyway.
No, so okay, so story on that. So back when I was a rebel, I had just met Rick. I was still in college, but I needed a job. I needed a job to sustain myself. So Rick had introduced me to another songwriter who owned a restaurant. Him and his wife owned a Mexican restaurant there in Corpus Christi. And they were just so happened to be hiring a waitress. I had never waited tables before, but I was like, hey, it can't be that hard, right?
What was the name of the restaurant?
Don Pedro's Mexican restaurant. And the food
Nice.
was delicious.
So, quick story, not to interrupt yours, but my buddy Ben Benavides, he lived in Corpus, and he opened a
Mhm.
restaurant in Aransas Pass, named Nemo. Okay,
Nemo.
Really? Is it still open?
Nemo's. No, this is about 15 years ago.
Oh, okay.
I
Yeah.
guess
I
the
was in
food
Corpus
wasn't
at the
that
time.
good.
Well, no, it lasted for a while. It was out, it was like out in the boondocks. They couldn't find
Yeah,
it.
nobody could find it.
That explains a lot.
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. Go ahead. So,
Yeah. So,
Don Pedro's Mexican restaurant.
yes. So he hired me on as his waitress. And one night they had karaoke. And one of my customers there, like, nobody knew I could sing. And so one of the customers there was just like, hey, can you sing us a song? Like, we'll pay you extra money. Like, I'm like, okay, sure. And I think they thought that I was going to say no. But nobody had to tell me, hey, go sing twice. Like, okay. So when I was done there with their table, I went up there and I sang their song. And I also remember it was Lady Marmalade.
Mm.
Yeah, the
Nice.
Christina Aguilera version with the rap and
Uh-huh.
Oh, I
everything.
like that one.
Still one of my favorite songs, by the way. Christina Aguilera is one of my top 10 favorite singers of all
Mine
time.
too.
And you got good taste. And when I
Funny
was
story.
done,
When I first started teaching for Dallas College, I
uh-huh.
had a
It's
course.
really
I was a
important.
visiting scholar. Well,
Did you
Christina
meet
Aguilera.
Christina Aguilera?
Yes,
Okay.
I was blasting her CD all over my campus because I was a new teacher there. I leave my door open for students to come in, and I played that, and everybody was loving it.
Did she come into your room or something?
I
Did you
felt
meet
like it.
her?
I felt like it.
Okay. All right.
He was
Okay.
channeling
Thank you for that information. Wow.
Christina.
You know,
Sorry.
back whenever I used to run, I used to play Britney Spears. That was such a non-story, dude. Like,
Okay.
it was like you just wasted 2 minutes of our interview time for nothing.
Transition.
Wow. I am sorry, Hilda. But this
Okay,
is
I'm sorry.
Okay,
Sorry.
this
Sorry.
okay,
Go
so back
ahead,
to
go
the
ahead.
story.
he
So
just had. I can't believe how you put that out there.
It's about Buddy. You know, it's a Buddy show. It's gonna eventually
Jesus.
come back to me.
it's okay. Now people are going to start questioning his sexuality because, I mean, what grown man is going to sit there and blast Christina Aguilera?
She's a Latina. I was one of the only
Was it the
Latinos in
genie
that.
Genie in the bottle one?
Yeah, right. Was
Yeah,
it
it was.
You know, that's not my
Yeah.
favorite record.
But you know
from
what?
her.
No,
Like, that's
I
not my
got the
favorite one.
Spanish version of that CD.
That's still not my favorite record either. Like, you want to know which one was? Back to
Which one?
Basics. And it's because she incorporated so much of the 60s sounds and the 50s sounds that I
Oh
was
wait,
like,
is that the
"Ooh."
one that were the
That's the one with like Candyman and
Yeah, that's
Ain't
it.
No Other
That's the
Man.
one.
Like, that
The
is a
one that
gem.
was
And then
it.
after
Yeah.
that is Stripped. Stripped is my second favorite Christina Aguilera.
Okay.
The nasty one?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
I just like the cover.
Yeah, most people do.
I
don't know
like
if I-
old school Christina Aguilera. I don't like the new stuff.
Her newer stuff I really haven't gotten into. I think it's a little too weird for me, but to each their own. You know, everybody is like, you know, creatively free to do what they need to do.
Okay, let's
Um,
get back to Hilda though.
I
oh
think they
yeah,
have a
back to my
voice. I
story.
think they have a voice. They can sing anything, just like you. You have a
Yeah.
voice. You can sing anything. It's not just one dimensional.
I mean, I
You
don't
could
know
be.
about like that. I think everybody can sing anything if they really apply themselves. Like, no, I mean, but you got to put the work. You can't just be like, oh, I'm going to wake up one morning and do a country album, and then it just still sounds pop and R&B. Anyway, I'm not talking about anybody in.
And it's so like millions. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, and get all mad because the CMAs totally like did not nominate me for something. But anyway, we're gonna get move past that. Um,
Even the TTMAs do that, by the way.
but see, here's my thing. Anybody can really sing any genre if they put the work in. It's just like anything. You see all the athletes, they put the work in, and if you put the work in, you're gonna get the results. But if you're not putting the work in and you still do it anyway, it's gonna sound like crap. Like,
Right. Jordan was a good basketball player, but he sucked at baseball.
but did he put the work in for baseball that he put in for basketball? Chances are no,
Bam,
he did not.
bam.
So
How about
I rest
that?
my
How about
case.
that girl that was from Iran or something? She was a boxer, and everybody thought she was a guy. She put the work in. She deserved to win.
Did she win?
Yeah.
I've never heard about this girl, but
I
okay.
Okay.
never heard of her either.
All
Yeah,
right.
it's
All right.
yeah.
Okay.
I'll take your word for it.
Yeah,
Anyway,
yeah.
back to my story. So I then became known as the singing waitress
Oh
because
wow.
at karaoke nights in between my tables, I would go up there and I would sing karaoke. And my tips were amazing because they weren't tipping me for my service. They were tipping me because I was singing their songs, right?
I was gonna say
At
you
at the
said
table,
I
at the
didn't
tables
think-
you would sing.
What was that?
At the tables you would sing.
No, I'd get up there on the microphone and I would sing.
Oh,
And I would
okay.
say, oh, it's for so and so's table. And I would point at them and give them a shout out.
Oh,
And
oh,
yeah, like, and I would sing
nice.
whatever song they wanted me to sing. Like, just smart marketing. And
I
yeah,
know
so
it was for your music because you said waitressing is easy, and so that means you probably sucked at it.
actually, I was a pretty damn good waitress. And let me tell you why.
It was
Because
not. I
No,
waited tables
I
too. That
am-
is not easy stuff to do.
okay, yeah, but first off, I'm a woman.
Did you get the
who
guys
do
to hold the
everything
big
better.
trays for you? Is that what happened? The bus boys, come here, hold the trays for me. Take it to
No,
that table
so-
over there.
I am the
Wow.
second oldest of 8 kids. So with that, I had to learn how to cook and clean and wait on, all these other people. So it was kind of like a built-in job. So waitressing was very similar because, you're going to have people that don't like it, people that do like it. And that's pretty much what my upbringing was.
Okay.
So it's like, all right. Anyway, back to my story. So that's how the owner and I kind of started connecting because it was like, hey, she can sing, I can sing. And I remember sitting there at the studio when he was laying down some original songs for, I don't know if you remember that. It was a young girl. Her name was Victoria Isus Chicos, way back in the day. And he was sitting there laying down a song for her. And I remember telling Rick, man, one day he's going to write songs for me. And so the restaurant closed down. They moved to Brownsville. We didn't talk for 10, 15 years. And then we moved down here to the Valley, and within the year, he and I reconnected. And I get a phone call one day, and he's like, "Hey, why don't you, Rick, come over to the house? I'm gonna cook you guys dinner." And I'm like, "Okay, great. We're just gonna hang out like friends, whatever." Well, at this dinner, he starts playing me music, and he's like just blasting it loud. He's like, "Hey, these are original songs. What do you think of this one? What do you think of this?" And then all of a sudden, he goes, "I wrote these for you. And I want you to record them." I just about died because I was like, what?
Wait.
This is like a full circle moment here.
This was in front of his wife, his ex-wife.
No. This is like the restaurant owner.
This is
Oh.
it's the owner. He invited them both over for dinner.
Oh, I thought that's
Wow.
Rick invited you to his house. His wife invited you to his house, and he
No,
was playing
no,
music.
that
I
never
wrote for
happened.
you. I was
I'm sorry, Hilda. This is
Drama,
awkward. This is
drama,
awkward.
drama.
This is awkward. I'm sorry.
okay.
His buddy is
got
awkward,
confused.
so it's okay. Like that's what I like about him. He's
All right.
awkward.
Continue.
Yeah, so that's how Caprichosa came about, Amor Condicional. In fact, we're working on an entire project. So I should have a new cumbia out really, really soon, written by Mr. Don Pedro Marroquin. So I'm excited for that. So that was like one of my many full circle moments that I've had in my short career. I say it's short, but compared to a lot of other artists, they've been at this game for 50 years.
So how's Caprichosa, in that video? I mean, I didn't get the correlation. So Caprichosa is somebody that
whimsical.
does stuff on a whim, and this was more like like a chingona, or like, somebody
Yeah,
that,
pretty much,
that
pretty much. I
yeah.
mean, there's slang terms for it and everything like that, and I think that's where it kind of fits in more on the slang terms.
Okay.
I like it because it's just saying, "Hey, this you're like a piece of crap." Like that's what she's telling this guy. That's like my favorite part of the whole song.
Yeah. Right.
Um, yeah, because sometimes guys are pieces of crap. Girls are too. It's not like
Okay,
just
I'm
like
glad you brought it back.
yeah. But yeah, so it's an equal opportunity hater song, but I like it. So
Okay.
Okay.
I
it was
like it.
fun, and the video
I
was fun. We shot that in Matamoros, Mexico, so that was a lot of fun.
okay. I like the video. I mean, I didn't understand all the words because I asked you what's the name. Like I didn't know, but I like it. Was that a ranchera?
No, that's a cumbia.
Cumbia?
Cumbia.
Okay. Well, sometimes it's kind of hard for me to tell. Sometimes, you know what? Okay, back to Buddy. I was gonna say, last night, I I
Uh
went to go work out, and I thought I like salsa, I like merengue, I like bachata, I like
oh.
tejano. So I think, you know what? I think I'll try a Zumba class. That sucked because there's nothing but samba music, and I suck at samba. So
But you know what? It depends on who you take Zumba with. I used to Zumba back in the day, and I used to love it because the instructors were actually dance teachers. So they changed it up all the time. They correlated everything that you would do in the Zumba class. They would say, oh, well, it's really like this dance or so and so, right? So it was more like dancing than Zumba, but it was a lot of fun.
this
I
one
loved
sucked
it.
because I was a beginner and everybody else knew all the steps. I was like, what the heck? Do I have Zumba beginners or something like that? I didn't know any of those steps, so
I
I
was taught
decided
like if you
screw
don't know
it.
the steps, you go to the very, very back.
I was in the back and I went to the corner. And when the salsa song, I turned around, looked at the mirror, and I just started salsa dancing. And then I did a bachata, and then I did a couple merengues, all by myself, just practicing. I said, "Screw it!" I left like 15 minutes before it was over. I said, I'll just go back on the treadmill."
That's hilarious.
Yeah,
Good job.
thanks.
Yeah.
Okay,
Anyway, back to you, Hilda.
Back to me. What else do you want to know, Nemo?
We were talking about
I want
what
to
you
know
saw.
about I want to know about Cubo podcast. How'd you
Whoa,
get?
whoa, 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 whoa! Are we through with the new single?
I thought, well, she hasn't released it yet.
Whoa,
Okay, okay,
what
okay.
is it? What is it about? What does it sound like? Can you hum it?
He just wants you to sing and serenade him. That's what he wants.
I'm just asking.
Okay, so let me tell you about the new single. So this song, when I was doing my blues record, I was screening all these songs sent in from different songwriters all over the world. And this one particular songwriter, she had written one of the songs on my blues album, but she sent me this other song. She's like, I think, it might be something good for you. And I remember hearing it and I told Rick, I'm like, man, this song is amazing, but it's not going to fit the record we're working on. This record's blues. This song is, country. I forgot about the song. I'm going to be honest. I forgot about the song. We recorded the album back in 2013. So it's been over 10 years. So when I started going through all the material, we literally have this whole hard drive of nothing but unreleased Hilda material, that stuff that I've just started, I've never finished. And so this song comes about and I'm like, wait, I forgot about this song. Like, right? So I got it to my arranger, Richard Della Riva, and we were just like, okay, what do you think? We gotta change it up because the version that we had was very old school, like 80s, 90s kind of country. But the lyrics is what hooks you in. So I'm very big on like imagery and stuff like that. Like I'm an English nut. And so the song lyric is where it gets you. So I'll sing the chorus just for Nemo. Like he's like, look at his eyes. He's like waiting for it.
No,
Okay.
you don't have to. Go ahead.
No, I'm gonna sing some for you because I
Yeah.
think that it's good. But if it sucks, it's because I'm hoarse right now, so you can't judge it like off of my
She said
voice right
horse.
now.
Okay.
Yeah, she
Horse.
said
And
horse.
like country horse, like yeah.
Yes.
So do you need a beat?
No. Let me just think about
Okay.
where I'm gonna start because I don't know if I should start from the beginning. No, I'm gonna start from the beginning. I'm just gonna do the beginning. Okay, here we
Sweet.
go.
Okay.
Okay. My thoughts are turning like a windmill, and the wind chill gets worse when I think of you. The dark don't help my heart, that's certain. I should open the curtains and take in a brighter view. The forecast for shaking up passes. Before too long, I'll be moving on without you. I'll stop thinking about you. Sunshine instead of pain. But right now I'm locked down, going crazy. My eyes are hazy with a chance of rain. Just for you, Nemo. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Dedicated
That was
to me.
so much.
Okay. All right.
What do you got to say?
Oh yeah, no. So this song, like, I felt it was just time. Like we just had to put it out, and so, super super excited for it. I think it shows like a different side of me. I have like so many different sides that I love sharing. I don't know, the crazy, because it is kind of crazy just jumping from everything that I've done. But it's all part of who I am. You know, I love country music. I'm a big Martina McBride, Faith Hill fan. I'm like a 90s country music lover. It's crazy.
Something I did a little research on you, but I really enjoyed that Christmas song you did with Arasa. Is that
Adasa, yes.
Adasa? Which is good. She's gonna be on our show in a couple weeks, like that.
Yes,
But
awesome.
yes, but that you both of you like Christmas songs like that,
Yes.
or you
I
love Christmas.
I love Christmas. I love everything about Christmas. But mostly I love Christmas music, and I think Christmas music should be played year round. Like seriously.
Like
Yeah,
Mariah
Um
Carey,
yeah. Mariah
I,
Carey does it.
I love Mariah Carey, but I think
her Christmas song.
I'm more into Carrie and Kelly Clarkson, because she has like all this Christmas music too. Like, yeah, her and I could be best friends.
Okay. Have you ever
So
met her?
No, I haven't, but one day I hope to. So
She's
Kelly, if
from
you're
the
watching this,
DFW. She's
yes, she is. She's a good old Texas girl.
yeah, from the
so back
DFW.
to that song. That song had to do with another heartbreak.
Which song are we talking about? The one
Your
with Adasa or
your
the country song?
that country hazy eyes.
Yes. So basically, this whole song is about it's post breakup, but it's not all doom and gloom, because it's like, okay, the sunshine's gonna come out too, but hazy with a chance of rain is just, it's like you're not crying anymore, but like the tears are gonna almost come, but they're not coming. But
Hmm.
yeah, but they're almost gonna come. It's just, I love the imagery of the song, and
Yeah.
I hope everybody loves it too. Like I'm super excited for this one.
How can you not?
Yeah, true.
Okay, Nemo's got a bedtime, but I
Oh,
want to talk. I normally the last 15 minutes we go to the chat,
yeah,
but
we
I've
do.
been flashing it there. But I want to talk about Kivo podcast. How did you get involved with that?
Oh wow. Okay, so that was just kind of
Wait a minute.
fell in
Have
my
you seen
lap.
what's the other guy's name?
Lawrence?
No, the other guy.
What other guy? There's lots of guys on there.
Not RGV guy, but the tamale, the barbacoa with pickle.
Oh, Bumper
Bumper.
Gomez. What about him?
Oh, Bumper! I thought you were talking about the guy who actually sings Barbacoa and Big Red. No, I haven't met that guy. But anyway, that's a good song.
Yeah,
Sorry, this is what happens when you have an artist on the show that like just loves all sorts of music.
yeah.
Yeah,
Those,
there's
those
a
songs
really
are
cool blue
corny.
song. No, there's a really cool blue song. It's called Barbacoa and Big Red. It's one of my favorite songs.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
Anyway,
back to Bumper and Indio's the
I have
podcast.
never ever met Bumper. Like
Mm.
we've kind of chatted, right? And he's kind of been on our show before, but I've never met Bumper. And it's crazy because every time I'm in San Antonio, he's off being like this big superstar, like hosting some event in some other city. So one day, Bumper Gomez, if you're watching this, one day I need to meet you. I would
But
love to be on his
he's
show
not
because I think we
watching
would have
this show.
fun.
He's like
He might. You never know. People watch
oh he
crazier
he
things.
used to watch this show, but every time like Vegas, he just ignored the F out of me.
Right. What is
You know,
that?
the
Ignored
problem
me.
is that Buddy thinks that he
No,
is.
you know what? Wait a second. You know what? Maybe it's just the way I feel because
Yeah.
we normally, if past few years, Lawrence and I have been having brunch whenever we go to San Antonio. This year we didn't do it, and I pay. He doesn't pay, and he invites other people. I pay for everything.
Well,
pay for
Matt,
the
I
whole
need to
trip.
start
I
going
don't
to have brunch with you then.
I don't know why that's important, but go ahead.
No, but
Because
I'm
he's
just
inviting
saying.
me to brunch. That's why.
Okay,
And he
that's
should.
fine.
And he should.
I paid for Nemo's stuff too.
I mean, look,
I
I'm a
bought
big girl
I
and
bought
I
one
have.
beer and I bought I think it's two beers, right?
Who
So
paid
Okay,
for the
look,
barbacoa meal? That kind of
I'm just letting
sucks.
y'all know that I'm a big girl and there's like a method to my madness. I have to maintain these curves and it's a
All
lot
right.
of hard work, but someone has to do it, right?
Well, Bumper's not going to watch this show unless somebody tells it. Oh, Buddy was talking smack about you or something like that. I don't know.
Well, I can tell him you were talking smack just so he can watch the whole show and be like, where was the smack talk?
Well,
Say,
he did.
hey, he said you ignored the F out of him.
Yeah, I mean, that is kind of smack, but I mean, not really because your feelings are your feelings and your feelings are valid.
No, that's okay. And I
No,
said
they're not.
I was an open book. I said, hey, Thursday. I said, well, I'm going to be busy. Okay, I understand. Okay, what about Friday? I said, yeah, I'm going to be busy. Okay. And then he said, okay, we'll do Sunday morning. I said, fine. And Sunday morning, sorry, I can't do it like that. I said,
Well, that's what happens when you're famous. Like,
Yeah,
famous.
absolutely.
I mean, one day I hope to get that
Famous.
status.
Okay.
Why you don't think he's famous?
I think he is. I think he's kind of made like his own little,
No, I'm asking Orlando. You don't think he's famous? Whoa.
Wow.
Okay.
Okay,
Wow.
cool.
No.
I think you're hating at this point, man.
No, I'm not hating.
Yeah,
I
I
mean,
think
okay,
he
so I
definitely
will
got
say
his
this.
spot.
Consider famous.
So, I have a question for you guys. So, if you had to choose between two shows, which would it be? Would it be the Bumpers Wacky Wednesday or hashtag PVT?
I'll be
Oh,
Bumper.
see, I'm not even into hashtag at all.
Yeah, I don't.
I think
Really?
he's
Yeah.
such a No,
I would do Bumper all.
I don't think I've ever seen more than maybe
Yeah.
2 or 3 minutes of his
Wow.
It
show.
gets kind of cheesy.
Hey,
Yeah.
but to be honest with you, I haven't seen 2 or 3 minutes of Bumper Show either. So
It depends on who's on the show. Like,
Yeah.
I like to channel hop. I'm a channel
Yeah.
hopper.
I do too.
did you ever
And
see
I
our
It
show?
depends on like who's.
You ever
doing
see our
that.
show?
Yeah. Do you ever watch our show?
I think I've seen your show like twice. But don't hate on me because usually I have to work or I'm in the studio. So
Yeah.
like I have a
No,
valid
no.
reason.
Guess
That's
what?
more. That's
Guess
more
what,
than most
Hilda?
people
But
have seen our
hold on,
show.
but I
Guess
do-
what, Hilda?
hey.
Guess what? Nemo never watches our show.
Hey,
Wow.
I was gonna
But
say
wait,
that's
I'm
more
going to
than
beat out
most.
Nemo though because at least I'm subscribed to your channel.
Well, thank you.
Oh.
What does that mean? And then why the face? Did something happen I didn't see?
Okay.
Like she goes,
Nemo-
oh, like
You should feel bad,
I
Nemo.
know
You
things.
should
oh,
feel
is
bad.
that it? Okay.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah.
yeah. I know things. It's okay. It's all good.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Nemo, you got any other questions before I get to my last question?
I'll think of it in a minute. Oh, so I guess she doesn't like Bumper Show and she doesn't like.
No, she
No,
likes
I
it.
like Bumper Show. I want to meet Bumper.
Can
I
you
actually
like
want
Bumper
to
Show?
be on
Can
Bumper
you just
Show.
stay with
Like,
you don't like Bumper Show?
what?
Let's call
Let's
some
just-
drama. Nemo wants to cause drama like that. Okay.
Our,
If Bumper
the
ever watches this show.
RGV show
I do-
sucks. Just say that.
Wait.
What?
I
What?
do-
What are you
Wait,
talking
wait.
about?
I do like Bumper's show. I don't watch it all the time. Like I know he doesn't watch our show like that.
Why
but-
is it important?
Should I go tag him and be
asked
like,
about
No, why is it important for you to put that there? Like I watch his show even though he doesn't watch our show. It's like that's
Well, because
that's passive
Hilda
aggressive.
was saying. Hilda
that
was
is
saying.
so passive aggressive.
Yeah, right.
Okay.
Just say I don't watch his show or I don't watch. I
I
don't
do
watch
watch
as
his
much.
show.
Okay, then leave it there.
Every week I put, hey, shout out from DFW and all that stuff. Just to
I
give
mean,
him
I
some
know you
support.
watch mine and Lawrence's show. Like that's super cool. I
Well, he
appreciate
used to
that.
watch our show too, and he was on our show several times.
Well, he's watching right now because he told me happy birthday, bestie. Oh, that's
no,
so
he's not.
nice.
That's Lauren.
Yes.
That was Lauren.
Yeah, that's what
Lawrence,
you're
yeah,
talking
Lawrence
about.
is on there. That's
Oh,
what
I
I'm
thought you were talking
about.
about Bumper.
No, like
Bumper used to
no.
watch
I know
our show.
Bumper watches my show sometimes with Lawrence. Like, I'm sorry, because
Yeah.
he'll chime in. We've had him on the show before too. Like he's super cool.
Uh
I'm just saying, like he is. Like
Okay,
he's never
you know,
been not
I-
cool with me.
I'm going to tell you this. I miss you, Bumper. We used to be tight. We don't have.
I don't think y'all were ever tight. I think that was your
Okay.
imagination.
All right. I like paying
Right.
for your meals. I
was
like
like-
paying for your barbacoa.
It was like
Well, I'm just gonna say that I'm hurt because you've never bought me barbacoa, and I love barbacoa.
Hey, you know what?
But I don't do it with pickles. I'm sorry, Bumper, but I do it with cheese. Like I have to have cheese in my barbacoa.
Yeah. I even gave Bumper a T-shirt. It's the Hometown
I
T-shirt.
don't even
such
have a
you're
t-shirt.
such
Now
a
you're making me feel bad.
yeah, like you're that hurt girlfriend. Like just let it go, dude.
I was gonna say that, but
She's
I didn't want to
she's
say
gonna
that he sounded like a jealous
Hilda, Hilda.
ex-girlfriend.
This is
All
a
right.
good song for you to write about.
The jealous
Wah.
Yeah,
ex-girlfriend.
no, like he left me
Buddy's
without a show,
butt hurt over bumper.
or
Okay, I don't care.
That's bad.
All right, let's get back to the last question because I know Nemo's gonna have to
Well,
cut
wait, I
out
want to
pretty
know
soon.
who else broke your heart, buddy. Like, that's just, is there anybody else that we
yeah,
missed?
yeah. Tag
Nobody
him.
really breaks my heart. My
Bumper
daughter
did.
sometimes breaks my heart.
Bumper did.
Yeah,
Bumper-
I think Bumper did some real damage to you, man.
Oh, you know who else did?
Who?
Sonny Salcedo.
I'm not buttered about his ass at all.
Yeah.
What did he do? Let's hear it.
Yeah.
Let's
Oh
hear
no
it.
no no! You don't want to hear about Sonny. You don't want to hear
Yeah, he
about
did.
Sonny.
Yeah, he did. Go ahead.
No, you don't.
Go ahead,
No,
tell
you
her.
don't.
'Cause
Okay,
she's
I'll
gonna
tell
have
you.
a-
I'll
she's gonna
tell
have
you
another show.
because you were there. Hilda, you were
I was there.
Yes, you were in the room.
It must have been at the radio gala.
It was because of
Yes,
you.
it was at
He
the
did it.
gala. Okay,
He
wait.
did.
All right, I will tell
Wait,
you.
wait, but yeah, I want to know.
Okay, I've been from the get go. I've been wanting Sonny on it because Sonny Salcedo, Oraldo Salcedo. So I call him Primo, like that.
Okay.
He used to.
Okay.
He used
I
to. He
used
doesn't do
to.
it anymore.
Used to. No relation. Okay, like that.
I mean, but you
Eh,
fight with cousins all the time, so I mean, you still could technically.
No. He's not related to me at all. Okay. And so I've been contacting him on Facebook, and we're trying to get a date to go on the show and stuff
He's
like
that
that.
stalker.
Okay, you can call me a stalker, whatever, like that. I do research, and okay, so I'm chatting back and forth, and it takes a long time for. Matter of fact, no, I'm not gonna say something else, but so it takes a way back, and so I finally saw him, and I got and confronted him at the media gala, right?
Uh-huh.
And so he goes around and said hi, and at first, you know what, I could have been catfish because some of these sites are fan pages, and I got catfish for Jennifer Pena one time, like that, because I thought I was communicating for like that, and I found out it was a fan page.
He was sending her nudes.
Wow.
Okay, so I said, okay, so I asked Sonny, is this your page, your Facebook? And he goes, yeah, that's me. And I said, how come we can't get a date down to come on the show and stuff like that? He said, well, we'll do it. And he's been saying that the entire year. So yeah, we'll do it. And so he went around, did some more like that, and he came back like that. And we shook hands like this, and like that. And then like that, I said, come on, let's like that. And he said, we'll do it. And he tried to pull away, and I just grabbed his hand. Kept on, said, come on, let's just get a date down like that. And he comes up to me. He pulls the arm in, and he says, Rock and Roll Jane's been trying to get me on his show for 5 years. And I go, oh, okay, I understand.
I mean, okay,
Broke,
so here's my
broke
thoughts on
his
that.
heart.
That
Here's
broke
my
my
thoughts on
heart.
that. Like, some people just don't like doing interviews. Like that's the thing. I actually like talking about myself, so I enjoy interviews. It's taken me a long time to enjoy talking about myself because I never thought that I really had anything interesting to talk about. But it turns out I'm kind of funny sometimes, so that's kind of nice.
Well, I thought it was pretty
Who
arrogant.
said that?
What, that I was funny?
Mhm.
Oh, I look in the mirror and I start laughing, so I mean I'm funny.
That's not funny at all.
Nemo does too.
Yeah, I think that's most of us.
You think so? I mean, I don't know.
But I just thought it was kind of arrogant that Sonny thinks he's too big.
Oh,
be
he's still on that.
show.
See, he's still on this
I
soap
mean,
opera.
I think you just kind of need to let it go. Like, just let it
Right?
go.
Oh, I let
Right.
go, but people
Like,
keep
go
bringing
watch
me
some
back.
Frozen and-
People keep bringing me back.
But I mean that, like, one day, and this happens all the time in the industry. One day when the stars starts falling, because it always does, what goes
Oh,
up
yeah.
must come down. Like, it happens, right? So then on the way down, he's going to want to reach out and be like, hey, I'm like desperate for interviews. And then that's when you can be like, oh yeah, I'll fit you in. Right. And then you give him the same dose.
Let me look for a date. Let me look for a date. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, we'll be
But you know
gone
what?
before he does.
I'm not going to be that petty. I'm not going to be that petty. I'm just going to stop reaching. I stop reaching out. If he ever wants to be on the show, I'll consider it, and I'll give him a date for that. But I'm done.
See, and that's a good approach. There have actually been some shows that I've reached out to try and, like, hey, I'm all about promotion. but they will not give me the time of day. And they all have their different reasons. Mainly, like the big throwback or the pushback that I've been getting is like, because I'm a big girl, I'm not going to be this little cookie cutter. Like that's not me. It will never be me. I have no
You
aspiration.
have a big voice.
This is
And
just
it's
who I
awesome.
am, right? So if
So
you want
what's
me
their
on the
excuse?
show, what do you mean?
What's their excuse for not having you on?
Because I'm not marketable.
What does that mean, marketable?
They want the skinny little girls that look all pretty, and there's nothing wrong with being skinny and pretty. Like, hey, more power to you. But I'm a big girl, and I love my curves. I love who I am as a person.
And you
Could I be
should.
healthier? Yes, I could definitely be healthier, but so could everybody else. But this is just who I am, and I'm okay with
Jimmy
that.
Gonzalez had no problems, you know.
Yes, but Jimmy Gonzalez is a man, or was a man. But yes, I'm a female, and it's not
Adele
cool for
didn't
a
have no
female.
problems. There's
True,
there's
but it was a
plenty.
different market. So, like in the blues world, I am totally accepted. In fact, like people gravitate to me because of the way that I look. Because in the blues world, I fit. In Tejano, they have not yet embraced like bigger women,
I
and I'm
think
not the only big woman who
and
says this. Like,
let's
there's a lot of doors that get slammed
yeah,
tonight.
let's keep it real though. It's not that it's bigger women. It's that they haven't embraced women. Period.
Period. Yeah.
Regardless, because
It's
there's a
getting
lot of them
better,
out
though. It
there.
is getting better.
It's getting better, but
I
it's
don't
still
see it. I
hard.
mean, yeah, I mean they might be getting better at the Pura Vida Wars or stuff like that, but in the market, it's not. It's not,
Yeah,
and they
true.
haven't been embraced. So regardless, it's not. It's not. You're a great singer. There's no reason. You're very talented. It's not
Oh,
that at all. It's just a market. It's a unfortunately it's a male's market, and
And
even
you know
from
what?
a lot of males.
You're versatile. So at a nightclub, you could sing lots of
I
different.
mean, look at Rebecca Valdez. She's out. She's great and stuff, and you
I
know
freaking
she
love that girl. Like, she's
Yeah.
and
amazing.
she's
I have never met her, but
She
Rebecca,
got
if you're
screwed over.
watching,
she's has an awesome voice, and she
Yeah.
hustles and stuff,
Yes.
and you know she should be a lot more. She
Out
should be
there.
a lot more
yeah.
out there than what
Yeah.
she is.
Yeah. I
You
got
know,
you.
I think it's just sad that her talent is going to waste.
You know what?
Well, I mean, I think
This.
she's doing more behind the scenes. From what I understand, she's doing a lot of songwriting and stuff like that with Shelly and some of Shelly's artists that
Now,
Shelly's
yeah,
working with,
And she's
which I
singing
think
with
is
the.
cool.
She's singing with Stevie D in the All Stars.
Is she still with CVD?
she's on
Uh,
and off. I think.
Oh,
she's on and
okay.
off.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Stevie D is awesome. I love that guy. He's actually been very welcoming.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
Um,
was cool.
yeah, so and he doesn't have to be that way, but he's always been like super chill with me, which I really, really appreciate. And there have been some really awesome male artists in the industry that have been very supportive. But then, of course, you have a lot of the ones that are not. But I don't want to be one of those girls that's crying like, oh, they don't make room for the women, because I also believe that as a woman, as an entertainer, as an artist, you should be out there hustling and
Yeah.
doing
Well,
for yourself, right?
it
So it kind of goes
So
both
so
ways.
real quick,
it's
who has not
Who is not what?
been open?
I can't go there. Like I'm okay. So
Why?
I'm not going to put him on blast because
But
Go ahead. Go ahead.
Buddy
Go ahead.
poured his heart out. Why?
here's the deal. Because I have a method to my madness.
Okay.
All right, because I'm not vindictive, but I am one of those that like, oh, so you didn't want me when I was here, but now that you want me because I'm here, oh, okay, let's talk about that. I like to just like surprise them and be like, oh yeah, do you remember when you wouldn't put me on your show, like when we're live on the air? But if I tell you who they are, then that moment will never happen.
You're
Because like,
waiting
I'm
for
one
that
of those
moment. Are
people.
you going to really
I
wait for
am
that
waiting
moment?
for those moments. Yes,
Ah,
But okay.
I am.
You know what? It's
okay, just initials.
wait.
No, buddy, what were you gonna ask me, buddy?
No, I was gonna say it's easier. It's now. It's. I was gonna say it's easier, but it's the artist has more opportunity to promote themselves, because back in the day, if you were really good and you didn't have an image, you'd be signed with a record label and they shelve you for years and you couldn't do anything. But now you don't have to do that. You could go on your own record label, or you could be an independent artist and do stuff like that.
See, but to me, it's actually harder now in some respects because you have market over flooding. Like, I mean, everybody has something out and everybody's fighting for just that little itty bitty opening to be seen over everybody else, right? And so in that respect, it's actually a lot harder right now for independent artists. It's easy. And for a while there, it was like, oh, it's so easy to do this. And in the beginning stages, it was great. Now, because it's so easily accessible,
Yeah.
there's just too much out on the market right now. So it's
Well,
everybody's just fighting for their little piece, and that's where live performances come in handy, because if you're performing live, that's really all you need at the end of the day.
well, I wish we could have you longer, but Nemo,
Nemo has
I
to
know
get to bed.
Nemo's got to go to bed.
I have
I
to
got
go
to
wa-
put my daughter to bed.
I have to go watch the debate.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's
Oh,
right.
that's right. It's
Okay.
on. Oh, that's going to be
But you know
interesting.
what?
I'm going to go make popcorn.
Don't tell me you're Trump-ter.
We're
Don't
gonna
tell me
give a
that.
couple more minutes.
I'm of the opinion that we're screwed either way. That's kind of
okay.
my opinion.
Okay, no, let's keep rolling. Let's keep
You know what? Let's give our chat something. A lot of people want to say happy birthday to you, and I flashed a few of them. Like Louise said, amazing video clip, Hilda.
Oh, thanks, Louise.
Louise, you shouldn't have said that.
Thank you, sir.
Nemo,
Appreciate
glad you're back. We don't
Nemo,
need
I'm glad you're back too, because
I
if you
was
were gone, I
fine
wouldn't
without
be able
Nemo
to
last week. All right. Hi, Hilda. How's your birthday?
My birthday was fantastic. Thank you for asking.
Okay, Bobby says hello, Hilda, Buddy, and Nemo.
Oh, hey, Bobby.
All right. And Hilda is one of the most versatile singers I've heard. Yes, I agree
Aw,
with you.
thank you.
Alfredo, hello, Hilda, Buddy, Nemo.
Hey,
And
Alfredo.
Bobby says Rick Garcia is a legendary recording engineer.
Yes, he is.
And your bestie right here,
My
Lawrence.
bestie. See, he was watching tonight.
Yes.
He had to. Hello.
Or you never
Hello.
hear about it. All right. You know what? I'm surprised. Rick
What?
is not on here.
No, Rick is ready to go watch the debates. Like, he already told me he's making his pot pie and he was going to go.
He
Pop
doesn't
pie?
have a cell
and-
phone. He has a cell
Yeah.
phone. He can't do that while cooking. You
Well-
just put it in the oven. He's got
I
time.
I always give him a hard time, because if it's any one of our other artists, like, he's watching the interview like a hawk. But mine, he always tells me, you already know what you're doing. Like, I don't have to sit there and babysit you. And he's right. I mean, because I've been doing this for a lot longer time than people really know. It's just taken me a lot longer to, how do I say it? To finally get noticed.
See there?
I don't
Make
find
your-
it hard for you to get noticed. Every time you make an entrance into every room. Every time I go in there,
Yeah?
I see you. You made yourself known, present like that.
Thank you.
But
like,
I
not many
just-
people realize that my first single came out in 2009, and I was actually nominated for a TTMA Industry Award.
You also have some recent nominations for awards. Go ahead.
I
Okay.
do.
Tell us that.
Josie Music Awards, I'm nominated for World Artist of the Year and World Vocalist of the Year.
Shut
which is
up.
another category. So I'm excited. This
And
is
you're-
like my 4th or 5th year getting nominated for
And
these.
y'all's podcast was probably nominated.
No, actually, I think I'm the only artist in the industry, from the Tejano industry, that's nominated for these awards,
Badass.
which is pretty cool. Like, I'm excited. So,
What about enjoying the interview tonight, minus all the buddy parts? Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Mart, what is the deal here?
People don't like that, man.
Enjoying
you,
the
you,
interview.
you bring the show down. You bring the show down.
thanks, Smart.
Hey, Mart.
Next, let's go.
Okay, you were a P1.
Okay.
All right. Albert, hey, I hadn't seen you in a long time. Hello there. I'm in San Antonio, Texas. Happy Tuesday. Happy birthday, Hilda. All right. Let's see. My birthday is coming September 21st. Going to be 34.
Wow, that's my mama's birthday too, September 21st. So
Is
happy
she-
early birthday, Albert.
How old is she gonna be?
I can't say those things.
Okay.
Those
My mama's
things.
25, and she's always gonna be 25 and beautiful.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm in the 50.
It's not important. It's not important. It's not
Yeah, no. Is
Okay.
your birthday in
Yeah,
September,
yeah.
buddy?
Okay.
No,
All right.
it's in
Well, thanks
October.
for coming
Wait,
on.
Wait. You know that Spanish joke, Mexican joke, right?
And-
But
Which one?
When
she's
someone
gonna
asks
tell
your
you.
age, you say 50.
You s- and then
What?
Yeah, you know what 50 means, right?
you're supposed to say "sin la cuenta." All right. So just go
No,
on.
50.
I thought you were saying cilantro for a minute. I'm kind of
Okay.
hungry.
Okay.
Wow, all
50
right,
is
thank
50,
you.
or I don't count. Okay, I don't count. I stopped counting anymore.
Oh, okay.
Okay, wait a second. This is the last one. It's all love, buddy. Hope to see you guys this Saturday at JR. Where's JR
Oh, I
performing?
love J.R. Gomez. Where is he going to be at?
Yeah. Hey, Mart, you can tell us where he's going to be. I'm assuming it's going to be in DFW because Mart's from Fort Worth.
Hey, Mark, I want to find out what happened with Mark. I think he got kicked out of a festival or something.
What?
Yeah.
Okay, you know what?
Wow.
Okay.
Okay. When y'all
You
find
wanna-
out, y'all let me know. But while we're talking
Yeah.
about festivals, I will be in the Dallas Fort
Yes.
Worth area
Will you?
for
Really?
the State Fair of Texas. Yes.
Oh,
So
sweet.
it's-
Oh,
congratulations.
badass.
I think it's October 14th and 15th. So I'm super excited.
For 2 days?
Yeah, for 2 days.
Okay. Are you going to be in the Latin
Official.
side on Sunday and then the countryside on Saturday?
Let me see. Hold on. I'm gonna tell you what venue I'm at because it's like a little offshoot venue thing, whatever. Mundo Latino. Do you know anything
Okay,
about
yeah,
that? I've
yeah.
never been. So
No, it's
yeah,
badass.
so
Yeah.
Okay.
yeah, so y'all should definitely
Rafael
come.
Benavides runs that.
Okay, cool.
Real
Like
nice
I'm
guy.
excited. I'm excited.
nice guy.
So he's got me 2 days in a row, and yeah, then after that, I go to the CMA of Texas Awards in Houston. So it's gonna
Oh,
be a
that's-
fun little week.
Is that
Hopefully
October?
Beyonce will be there.
Yeah, October.
Okay. Hey, you know what happens in November?
What happens in November?
Not important.
November 22nd, the Tejano Music Awards.
Okay,
Oh,
great.
okay.
All right.
Can I-
You know
should I
what
be
happens
excited?
in
That's
2
right.
minutes here in a minute?
I announced it last
Hey,
week.
you want to
But
plug,
should I be
plug
excited
anything?
for TTMA? Like, I've got like mixed feelings about TTMA and
I'm
about
going.
certain award shows. Like,
I'm going.
yeah.
Hey,
so
how come you didn't go to the Pula Vida Awards?
actually, I
What
did
kind
go
of
to
awards?
the
What was
Pura
the
Vida
award? What kind of?
You did?
I did. I actually opened up the entire ceremony with the national anthem.
Now.
Yeah.
Okay.
So now
Did
let
you
me
leave
tell
right
you,
afterwards?
I did because I was very upset. So when I got there, mind you, I live in Harlingen, so I'm not like close by, and I had to
Right.
work like the day of the event. Like I actually took off most of the day to get there. And anyway, so it was very disorganized for me. I almost didn't even get in like backstage. I pretty much had to be like a diva, and I told the security guard either I get in with Rick or I'm leaving. Like no national anthem, so have a good time.
Yeah.
And then when I got to the stage, we were just kind of like there waiting and waiting and waiting, right?
What
I was
started
treated
late?
like, and I don't know who is the one who treated me this way because I didn't know anybody's name back there. But I was kind of treated like the help, and I was made to feel like I was more of a burden to have there. And then it was even funnier because then I was getting dictated like how I should go out there and be on the stage. Like it's not my first time singing the national anthem. I've been doing this for like God since I was like 15. And I've done it for so many different events, including governors and senators and all this other stuff, right? So it was not my first rodeo, but that's kind of how like they made me feel.
Yeah.
And
Did
they
he
like
tell you? Did he tell you to make
so
sure you turn down your telephone and stuff?
no, because I already knew how to do that. So they didn't even have me wait in the wings. Like I was waiting there, and I had to figure out, okay, where are we coming out through, and where's the color guard, because I need to follow the color guard because traditionally the color guard goes out first, right? And then you kind of go accordingly after the color guard. That's how often I've done this song, right? So it was just I did not have a very pleasant experience. And I don't know if it was the organizers or what, or, because I'm not bad mouthing anybody. This is just my experience.
Right.
So after that, I just didn't like how I felt. So I just told her, you know what? I did my part. I did what I said I was going to do. Let's just go. Like we just took off.
Well, I was there.
Well, thank you very much for coming in tonight. It was really great. And
I thought
do you have anything to plug other than
I
your
told
DFW show
Danny-
at the State Fair?
I told
Any
Danny.
merch?
Wait.
Any
I
merch?
told Danny. Wait.
There.
I told Danny. Wait. Nemo,
Oh,
you
my
gotta go.
goodness.
You gotta go. Okay.
Okay.
You gotta go, you
Okay.
gotta go.
All right. Well, thank you, Hilda.
All right.
Really
Yes,
nice to meet you.
it was so nice to meet you.
And,
Nemo for Tejano USA.
Yeah.
And you've been watching.
Thank you. Yeah.
Tejano.
Thank you.
Enjoy the debate. I'm going to go join you in a little bit.
Wait. I was there. Okay. And Nemo did leave. Okay.
It's okay. He had to go do things. It's past his bedtime.
He's got his bedtime.
He's
I
gonna
know.
wither away. Leave him alone.
But
It's
you know,
okay.
I told Danny Fadias is the one to put it on. I said
Mm-hmm.
I thought it was going to be a shit show because I thought it was going to be haphazardly put together and stuff like that. I didn't think it was the first one. I wasn't expecting a lot. It did start a little bit late, but you know what? I was surprised how well it turned out like that.
Yeah.
And unfortunately, you had a bad experience at the very beginning. And I agree, it was disorganized at the very beginning, but then slowly it started to get a groove and start working in there. Yeah,
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 and I mean, I wish nothing but the best for them. I mean,
yeah,
everybody's trying their best. I'm just saying that this was my experience, and
right,
I'm not trying to whine about it or cry about it. It's just that's why I didn't stay for the whole thing because I felt uncomfortable, and I'm one
yeah,
of those that I have learned in this industry when you start to feel uncomfortable in situations like that, it's best just to get up and leave
yeah,
and find your peace, like
yeah.
your foundation, your grounding, and that's what I had to do, and maybe
So
I'll try it again next year. I mean, I don't know.
okay, I was gonna say, would you go next year like that? I'm planning to go next year. I think it's gonna be better even next year, like that, because
Yeah.
you know, they they had people that didn't do this for their business. It wasn't their livelihood, so they were getting a lot of volunteers helping out and stuff like that, and it was disorganized and stuff like that. I didn't get a
I
media
just
pass. I got a crew pass,
Yeah,
so
and
I was
that's kind
part
of
of the
that's
crew.
that's what I got too after I had to fight for it. But
Yeah,
I'm just kind of like I don't like it when people just kind of assume you're an amateur and you don't know what you're doing.
yeah. Well, those
You know,
people didn't
I
know
I, I
what
don't
they were
like that.
doing, but
So it's just kind of that right there kind of kicked it off in like in a negative
yeah,
direction because I don't like being talked down to.
yeah,
I don't like being belittled because that's how I felt. And maybe they were just under stress, whatever.
yeah.
I mean,
There was a lot of
I
stress.
like to give everybody the benefit of the doubt, right?
Yeah,
But for me, those are my feelings. That's what I did. Again, I wish everybody well. I did hear that, yeah, towards the end, it was like really, really great.
yeah.
Um,
And I'm sure if Danny knew how he felt, he would have been apologetic and he said, "Oh man, I wish I had been there to make you feel better and stuff like that." Danny was a pretty good sport out there, but he was running around at the very beginning with his head cut off. People are pulling him this way, that way,
yeah.
and it's expected at the very first one. And so I had a good time. Yeah, it could have been better, but like I said, it was way better than I thought it could have been.
Yeah, I mean, trust me, I've been to some really bad award shows. I've been to
Yeah.
some really good ones. I think as far as like probably my favorite one, I would say would be the My Tejano Music Awards. They haven't done them in a while,
I haven't heard that
but
one.
it's just so organized, so organized.
Was it a big
Um,
one or is it a small one?
it's
Small.
actually a pretty decent size. Like it's pretty big.
Yeah. Do you think it was
Um,
bigger than the Pura Vida Awards? I mean, in size and audience.
well, I think the big difference is the actual location of the awards. So Pura Vida,
It's a nice
is a
venue.
beautiful venue. I performed at that venue before. It's been a couple of years, but um, it was just strategically a hard venue to hold the event, like as far as parking and stuff like that. Like strategically, the way it's set up, it's a little bit harder than versus the event center that the My Tejano Music Awards hosted in because it was just a standalone venue with all of this parking, right?
Okay.
So it made it a lot easier, a lot more conducive for things. So I think that was probably the big difference, in my opinion. What I did like about them is that they had like this one band that would back up all of the artists.
Yeah.
And so they would actually practice and everything like that. So everything was so coordinated and succinct. It was awesome. It's just so awesome.
Okay. Uh, what about the Boeing Center? Is that a good venue?
I have never been to the Boeing Center.
Well, that's where the Town of Music Awards is going to be
Yeah,
this
so
year.
I meant to go last year,
Was it there
but I
last year?
forget why. Yeah, it was there last year, and I was nominated last year for
Oh, congratulations.
Best New Tejano Artist. Yes, thank you. But I knew I was gonna lose anyway, so I didn't go. I was like, look at all the nominees. I'm like, yeah, I don't stand a chance. Thanks, peace
All
out.
right.
So I actually opted to perform instead. I had a performance that I took instead, and so that was just a choice. But this year, I have not made it to the Josie Music Awards. Every year, I plan for it, and every year something comes up. So this year, I will be going to Nashville. It will be at the Grand Ole
Oh,
Opry
it's at
House.
Nashville? Okay.
Yes, at the Grand Ole Opry House. So I'm like so excited. And yeah, so it's gonna be good.
Well, awesome. Well, we wish you luck.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you so
Now,
much.
I know Nemo is rushing to get out and stuff like that, but he was doing his job because I tend to forget this stuff. Is there anything else you want to do to promote and your social stuff like that? You
You
said
know,
you're
just find me online, Hilda Lamas Music.
a
Go and
link tree at
yes,
Hilda
thank
Lamas.
you.
Okay. It's got all your socials
And
there.
yeah, and then just go and start pre-saving my new single, Hazy with a Chance of Rain. It comes out September 20th. Super excited. In the meantime, if you want to hear my latest single, No Voy a Ser Tu Tonta, is out on all digital outlets. So go and enjoy that. Um,
And if you want to see her on a regular, tune in to Cubo Podcast on
yes,
Monday at 8 o'clock, where Hilda is a
every
co
Monday.
host. Yes, every Monday.
And we talk about firemen a lot. Oh my God, firemen. Anyway,
Yes,
yeah.
yes, you do. And I instigate a lot of that too
Yes,
sometimes in
you
the chat.
do. And I love it. I love it,
All
love
right.
it, love it. I'm serious.
Okay.
We're going to make a music video with firemen in it because,
Okay.
yeah,
All right. One of these days. All right.
one of these days.
All right. Help me end the show. I'm your host, Oraldo, for It's Tejano Time.
And I am Hilda Lamas. And go check out my latest music all over the place. And we will see you guys next time.
And you've been listening and watching Tejano Talk. All right. Thanks for being on the show and broadcast.